Hello there everybody, this is Mafinji here, and welcome to another Redstone video. So, following on the popularity of my Mario Vine in Minecraft video, I have decided to do a bit more Mario stuff. So, first thing I have for you, out of a long line of things that I've been planning, is a Mario coin box in Minecraft. So, for those of you who have played New Super Mario Bros., you will know that there is a type of question mark box that when activated, when bopped, releases a coin and then turns into this block here, which is just a normal block, an untriggerable block. So, I have tried to replicate that in Minecraft, and I have replicated that in Minecraft. And before I carry on, I know that SethBling has done a video, or did a video on this a while ago, but that was before 1.8 and the 1.8 snapshots, so I decided that it would still be worth doing a video because I've revised a lot of the redstone and it's a lot more compact and you can do a lot more and it looks a lot better. So, without further ado, before I start coughing because I just breathed in some dust, we shall begin. So, I think the best way to start would just to be demonstrating it. There we go. So, in short, what happens there is, well, once you break it down, I can't speak today, I'm so sorry. Once you break it down, what happens is I bop the block, a sound is played, not a very audible sound, but a sound nonetheless, of like a bopping sound. Then this block here turns into hardened clay, these item frames here turn into that. So basically the block has been deactivated. A coin is summoned above it. Then immediately after, the coin is destroyed. A little harp note is played, and one coin is added to the scoreboard on the right. So it's basically a really overcomplicated way to get one coin into your score. But I think it's quite good. Oh, and I forgot to mention there's a block crack particle when the coin gets destroyed. You can't actually see the coin because this is very quick, but if I do this, we can see the coin. It flies up out of the block. There it is. Look at it. Oh, it's so cute. It's a little coin. Well, okay. Where should we start? How about with the looks of the block itself? So, I should probably put that repeater back. Repeater. Since this is Mario, I've given myself jump boost. Which I've done with that command block over there, so I can actually jump on top of this question block. Now, so the looks of the block, obviously this is a gold block, and that's a stained clay block, but the maps are, well, they are interesting. So, I've used an external program, which I'm going to upload a tutorial on, although you should be able to find some on YouTube, called Image to Map, and what I did is I downloaded a picture from the internet of a New Super Mario Bros. Question block and a New Super Mario Bros. Used question block, and I turned them into maps in the game. This is the first map, so it's it's damage 0. This is the second map, so it's damage 1. And that is crucial for the commands. So what I am doing when I reset the block is I am turning this block here into gold. And here we go, now it gets complicated, and I am using the entity data command, so I am changing the data of any entities, item frames being entities, with these specifications. So they have to be item frames, they have to be type equals item frame, the x coordinate is 1, the y coordinate is 59, the z coordinate is -12, and the radius is 1, so it is a radius of 1 around that gold block. So any item frames in this area here will be modified, basically. And the modification I am doing is I am changing the item inside the item frame with the item tag. The ID of that item is a filled map, which is basically a map. The count is 1. I don't actually think I need that, but I just did it in case. I should probably test without it, which basically means I've only got one map in the item frame. And the damage is 0. That's the crucial bit. So if we look at the map, this map here, the map with the question mark on it, it is 358/0. That 0 is the damage, and that is what I'm using to specify the difference between this map and, for example, this map. that's that really. So that's the aesthetics of the block. Now we can move on to actually how it's triggered. So instead of using a test for players command, like SethBling used, which doesn't actually work anymore because you cannot use integer overflow, I used a what's it called again? Execute. That's an execute command. So what I've done is I have, when I get there, I am executing at players at this set of coordinates with a radius of 1. So I am looking for a player who is here, basically whose feet are here, and then not only that, they have to have, sorry, I'm going to start that again. Then there's a detect argument, and it is detecting 2 blocks above if there is a gold block. So what that means is that, first off, if it finds a player whose feet are here, it will detect 2 blocks above them, 1, 2, if there is a gold block. So that means that if the item block has been triggered, it won't work anymore. Even though the player's feet are here, there's no gold block above, so it can't trigger again. Then, if both of those conditions are met, if there's a player whose feet are in that position, and there's a gold block above them, it is scoreboard players set, QB1, QB1. Well, okay. What all that is doing is it is setting the score of a fake player to 1 on a fake objective, or on a dummy objective even. All that means, all that is a way to get around having to use a comparator output, because you cannot use get a comparator output from an execute command. So I've had to use a scoreboard command and then test for that objective to get the comparator output, which is very, very annoying. I don't like it, but that's the way it has to be. So then, when this has been triggered, obviously as I said, the detect command won't, sorry, the execute detect command won't trigger again, but I do have another one, another execute detect command, except this time it's detecting stained hardened clay, and if it finds the stained hardened clay with damage 12, which is brown hardened clay, it will play that sound dig wood at A, which is this sound. So once the execute command has found a player and the scoreboard objective has been modified, we get all of this happening. So the first stage consists of 5 command blocks, which are all down there. The first one is it turns this block into hardened clay, so it's no longer gold. The second one is it does exactly what this command did, the item frames command, except it is looking for a damage of, it changes them into a damage of 1, which is the second map I've created, which is this one, which is the used block. Then it here it plays the sound dig.wood at A, and dig.wood is the almost inaudible sound that sounds like a block being bopped, a Mario block being bopped. Then the next command is this command isn't really needed, I think. The scoreboard player set QB1, QB0. It basically resets that scoreboard command, turning off this comparator, but I can't see why you would want to turn this off, because that block is never going to be used again, unless I reset the entire map. That might be a little bit different. The final command is a really horrible long command for summoning that coin. So I will go through this command because it's the most interesting one. I'm summoning an item at the coordinates above the block. The age of that item is -32768, which means it will never despawn. The motion of that item is 0.0 to the x, 0.4 to the y, so it's flying upwards vertically a tiny bit, and 0.0 to the z. The item that item is representing has the ID of double plant, which is the sunflower. It has a count of 1, so there's only one item in that stack, and it has a special extra tag called display, and the display element that I'm changing is name, and the name is coin. So all that does, if I take this command block over here and get myself a button, is summoning a lovely coin that flies up out of the block. Let's see that again because it's so beautiful. Whee! Okay, I'll pick up these coins. So they're called coin. They are Minecraft double plant, and I think you can plant them. Now, what happens next? I want my button. So then, after 2 ticks, we get the second set of command blocks triggering. The first one, here we go. This one is it kills all items at these coordinates here, at those coordinates there. So it destroys the coin, and as it destroys the coin, it executes the particle block crack 41. Block crack is the same particle. That particle there is a block crack. When you break a block, the particle is called a block crack. And ID 41 is gold block. There you go, 41. So it's playing the gold block breaking particles, where that is, and it's playing, how many of them? How many? 25 of them. I probably should do more. Which basically appears like the coin has been destroyed, exploded. Like it does in Mario, you get little flashing gold particles when you collect a coin. The final command, no, the second to last command, is it does a scoreboard players add coins Mario 1, so it is adding 1 to the player coins on Mario. So the scoreboard is called Mario, and it's giving me a coin. Then it plays note.harp at A with a pitch of 2 to make that little pling noise. That happens when the coin it gets destroyed. So basically, if I do that in F5 mode again, other F5 mode, which one would look better? This one, I think. So let me just trigger this, and then stand under the block, and there we go. I got a coin. Yay! Victory! I've won Mario. Well, not quite. So that's that really. That's all that happens. The maps. Yes, the maps. So, I will put up a tutorial on my channel, as I think I said, about how to use the image to map, although there are lots of them on YouTube, so it shouldn't be too hard. But I hope you enjoyed this updated version for 1.8 of Mario item blocks in Minecraft, and have a good one.